today, guys. I got, here's what's on the agenda. I've been trying to go look at some grain bins. You know, the farm's growing and I might need a place to store grain, so I'm not dealing with, you know, this. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but if I don't have to sit in line at the elevator for hours on end and I can save my stuff in a grain bin until, you know, February when it's worth $1 more like I did last year, just put it in the truck. I'd like to put more than just what the truck will hold in the truck. Maybe make a few extra bucks. And there's a guy that's got some grain bins right down the road. They've been not used for a long time, so they're going to require a little work. That's why this time of year it's perfect to do that. But we'll see if I can get a hold of him. He's a busy guy. He's hard to get a hold of sometimes, but enough with that. So next thing, I have a prospective buyer for Big John. So as soon as that clutch is in the stagger, that's gotta go. I gotta get that painted, and he wants it, and that's fine. I'll let him buy that for me so I can, you know, in turn buy more projects to keep you, my loyal fans, entertained. But I thought today would be a good idea. It's, as you can see, it's slightly above freezing. It's just about the time of year where everything's mud. I mean, it's been that time of year all year round this year, but I got the 1155 out. I thought I'd power wash it, but before I do anything, I just want to take it for a little road trip, get it warmed up, get the juices flowing in there, and maybe I'll pull that up here, give it a power wash. I mean, it's got some mud on it. It just needs a good bath before I park it for the rest of the winter. I probably won't have any reason to get it out this year because I'm not working on it. It doesn't need anything, so let's just get it washed and put it away. But first, time for a road trip. Guys, I don't know, maybe it's just an old farm boy in me, but nothing beats a good old Saturday morning tractor ride. Let's get the power shower out and give this baby a bath. Actually, guys, the main reason I really want to wash this thing off is, you see all them goodies in there and that, and sitting on top of every little thing. That wheat field that let me rephrase that. What could have been a wheat field this year, but it's getting pretty well watered out, and I think I'm just going to call that cover crop. I don't know. We'll see. But when I was working that field, it definitely, you know, she needed some attention. And, of course, when I got out there to all the weeds and everything that were not the best taken care of were... they were in the seed mode, just wanting to spread their seeds on the world, which they clearly did on that tractor. Now, I haven't had that tractor in any other fields this year, and I'm not going to until I wash most of that crap off of there, because I don't need to be repopulating all these fields I've been trying my best to keep all this crap out of. Let's get this going. guys. Oh, that old girl cleans up pretty nice, guys. Just like that one farm girl from high school. She worked circles around all the boys, but on prom night, she sure did clean up pretty good. Well, I suppose I'm gonna let this drip dry for a few minutes, get it put away. You know, Turd Ferguson out and give it the same treatment for now. Well, let's give this old girl a bath now. She needs it just as bad, if not worse. This one and I had a near unfortunate experience with a really muddy field this year. If you can tell, you can't, but if you could, I can show you the trenches I left. Here they are. So yeah, that was definitely a very almost unfortunate. Nearly had to have, I've never been in something where I could get all 8 rolling and not be moving with nothing hooked on. That was the big kicker. But let's see how this one starts. Now I'll tell you this, no disclaimer, the 1155 needed a little puffy ether this morning because it ain't super warm out here, but this one won't. This one will. Yep.
LP in the air. What is?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. She fires up every time. Okay guys, nothing like washing the tractor and getting more mud on you then. But hey, that's all right. You know what? That old girl ain't too bad looking either when you get all the, you know, once you wash all the shit off her, she cleans up pretty nice. For painting that thing in that barn in the rain 2 years ago, it's holding up pretty good. Yeah. You know, say what you will about the old 1500 and 1800 tractors, but I'll tell you what, and I'm sure people will argue with me because that's what people do. I mean, it's just the nature of humans. Everybody's got an opinion, but my opinion, when it comes to articulated four-wheel drive tractors, that's pretty hard to beat the looks of that thing. But nevertheless, let's get that one put away. I want to wash my 165, then we're going to do a cold start on the 5010. You gonna help me wash the tractor there, kitty kitty? It's right there. Yeah. Go get the power washer going, give it a bath. Give it a power shower. You need a power shower, that'll teach you. Guys, last one. This poor girl, she's needed a bath for a long time. Look at, you know, you run a brush hog through some weeds and they just, I don't want to drive this tractor anywhere where I might plant a single crop. Same with the 1155, just because all that stuff, it sticks to everything. And that's just not a good program. And this poor tractor needed a bath anyway. I don't remember the last time I actually washed it, so it'll be nice to get all that excess BS, just, you know, wipe the slate clean. you know, friends, this, I would say if any of my tractors need a little touch up and a little love, I would more put this toward the top of the list. Now, the reason being, don't mind that mud on the tire. It'll come off eventually. It's making more of a mess to wash it than it was to just leave it there. But never mind that now. I've had this tractor the longest. Out of any of the tractors I've ever had or owned, this one has been around basically since I've been around here. So I painted just the sheet metal when I first got it because it was kind of orange, you know, it wasn't red anymore. And this old girl, she just don't ask me for nothing. It just keeps on giving, never wants anything in return. So maybe when I get caught up on projects this winter, maybe I'll pull this one in. It sure could use, I mean, you know, she's good from right there. Hey, that's a beautiful little tractor, but let's get a little closer here. So, you know, I didn't paint any of the frame on this one, clearly. I stole these wheels off of a different tractor, but they weren't painted. I painted the old wheels that were on it, but whatever, you know. Paint on the back. The seat's okay, but the seat's, she's getting a little ripe, I guess, but I don't know. What do you think? Why don't you just let me know? Do you think I should put, I mean, again, I use these tractors all the time for everything, so I don't expect them to last forever, but what do you think? Should we throw a little paint on this one here in the upcoming videos here for this winter? Let me know. Let's just leave this old girl just sit here and drip dry. We got to get that 5010 started. I've had it plugged in for about 2 hours. I think it's going to probably start. It ain't that cold out here today, so let's see what she says. I know this is probably what 30% of you are waiting for. Let's see if that 5010 will fire up. I have had it plugged in for about 2 hours. The block heater seems to be working because I burnt my hand on it. It's got one. I'll show you when I pull it out, if it'll start. Let's see. Let's see what it says. How about that, guys? You'd have thought I just shut that off yesterday, then it wasn't 35 degrees out right now. Tell you what, that is one smooth running old bugger. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. But guys, I gotta dump some of them to get some more. So I mean, and I know where it's going to a good home, good friend of all of ours. So let's pull that thing out of there and let it run for a bit. And as for cold as the block actually was, that thing fired right up like it was ready to go. What a good old tractor. I just got to get that moved so I can start pulling sheet metal off it while I'm waiting for clutch parts for the other green machine that's here. And yeah, see if I can kind of kill two birds with one stone. Well, guys, I think that's gonna do it for All Around the Farm with JT this weekend. I'm gonna let that run for a little while. You guys stay cool. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See how good a driver you are.
Well, we're gonna find out. I'm glad the door stayed on the whole way.
That's a plus. Start straight up, no problem.